All right, thank you for tuning into TTV. I'm your host, Toya, and today is Freedom Friday. I'm out here at the park by my house. It's one of my favorite parks. And I'm out here. Sorry, it's like a lot of flies and stuff flying around back here. I don't usually sit back here, but it's too many people up here at the park for me to be watching with my baby girl. You see her? Yeah, so I'm trying to keep an eye on her. Plus, there's a lady up here with these 3 dogs. And I don't trust how she's handling them dogs. I think they're a little too much for her because they 3 pit bulls. But anyway, so I'm up here at the park, and like I said yesterday, I was going to do another video. Hi, how you doing? I was going to do another video today while I was up here because I wanted to share something with y'all that I saw on a meme on Instagram. And what it said is that it was a gentleman who was talking about investments and how people a lot of times don't want to take the investments because they say it's a risk. Well, what he said is that everything in life is a risk. It's a risk itself. It's a risk when you take on a job. It's a risk when you get up and walk out the house every day. It's a risk when, you do anything in life. Everything is a risk. And at the end of the day, all risks end up at the same place, which is death. You leave. So if no matter what happens, it's going to be a risk, then why not take a risk that's worth having, doing something extraordinary, like bettering yourself or taking a risk and going for a job that you actually want instead of one that you need, or starting your own business, whatever that looks like for you. Just take the risk because it's going to be a risk either way. And I was thinking about this as well. Like some people say, I'm going to just play it safe. Well, playing it safe is a risk. Let's say you take your job, you say, I'm gonna work this job until I retire from this place, okay? That's your goal. That's what you're thinking. You're trying to play it safe. You're gonna do your 401k, you got the good benefits, you got you a house that you can live in and you trying to work on paying it off. You got your kids, the kids are in school, you already set up for them to go, got plans or set up for them to go to college, and you thinking that it's not a risk. Well, guess what, baby? If anything that COVID taught anybody, or this pandemic taught anybody, is that nothing is guaranteed, okay? Everything is a risk. I worked in corporate America, and I remember one of the departments in the company that I worked for, our CEO fired the whole department. Everybody in this one department got fired, okay? Everybody. So just because you're in what you feel is a cushy job or a job that doesn't have any risk that you don't have to worry about, it doesn't mean that risk is not there. That job can fire you at any time. Somebody in upper management can make a wrong decision one time. That's all it takes is one time for them to make that wrong decision. Okay, I got to move from back here, y'all. I'm sorry. All it takes is for them to make that one wrong decision. And then guess what? Boom, you out of a job. Okay? So you're risking your life and your livelihood and your happiness off of decisions that somebody else makes. I probably got eaten up, y'all, with these mosquitoes. You see what I do for y'all? Yeah, but you probably got, make sure ain't none on me. Yeah, but you're basically putting your livelihood in somebody else's hands. Because at any moment, like I said, they can pull that rug from up under you, and then what? What happens then? What do you do then? So life is a risk. Why not take the ones that are worth it to you? Take the ones that's going to make you happy. Take the ones that's going to benefit you and your family. Take ones that you can look back and say, like when it comes down to that time when you close to death. I'm sorry, I feel like they all over me now. When it comes time for you and you close to the end of it, to the death, what are you going to look back on? You going to have regrets, or you going to look back and say, you know what? I'm glad I took those chances. I'm glad I ate that cake. I'm glad I climbed that mountain. I'm glad I stayed at home with my kids. I'm glad whatever it is that you're going to fill that blank in with. What are you glad for? What are you happy for? What is it for you? But if life is going to be a risk, make it one that you happy with. Make it one you chose to do. That's all I'm saying. And if working for somebody else is the risk that you want to take, and you want to put that in somebody else's hands, then put it in their hands and be proud of it. Don't go to that job complaining about this and that and how you hate this and how you hate that. You chose that road. You chose that path. And if you don't like it, then it's up to you to choose to change it. So that's all I got for y'all today. Life is risk no matter what. So take the risk you want. And tell them Toya said I could. Don't you do that. Don't you do that. Because if it don't happen out for you the way you want, then You know, and that's something else too. We look at failure like, oh, I took a chance and it didn't work out the way I wanted to. So what? Take another chance. Do something different. You know, life is about experiences. Some stuff you're going to get right, some stuff you're going to get wrong. But either way, as long as you're doing something, and as long as you're making a change, that's all that matters. So take the chance. Bet on you. Make that be your risk. All right. Love y'all. Talk to you tomorrow.